Welcome, everybody, to the March Ask Your Guides event. Delighted to have you here on this it's a spring equinox, sorry, this beautiful spring equinox. And as I was telling the early arrivals, I brought the magnolias for you today because to me, that's the very essence of spring. I just love them. So I thought today we would start by asking Metatron for a special blessing since it is the equinox and just see what we get. So just sit back, get comfy in your chair, take a couple of deep, cleansing breaths. Let all thoughts of the day just flow away with each exhale. Any cares or worries just flowing so easily away and putting you into this state of calm, peace, beauty, and harmony. Just soak up that wonderful feeling. And know that as we move forward in our gathering today, the energies will be building because it is a very powerful day energetically. So, dear Metatron, what do you want to share with us today on this momentous occasion? I'm seeing sparklies, almost like the sparklers that you have at the 4th of July. So, sizzling, crackling, energetic sparklies. And this is our call from all of our guides and angels to live a more magical life. Because when each and every day you are watching for the signs from your team, you're acknowledging them and you're acting upon them, life will feel more magical. Notice those out of the ordinary incidents. Write them down. Look up the symbology. See what your guides and your angels are trying to communicate with you. And as you do that more frequently, you'll get more messages. More will come in for you. It will expand and life will feel more magical. It will flow with more ease. And yes, there still will be challenges because that's life, but you'll meet them with more peace and more grace, with the confidence that there's nothing you can't handle because you've got your team right there, surrounding you, supporting you, loving you, holding you up. So, what else, Metatron? Yes, I'm feeling those sparkles now coming down from above and just cascading over our bodies on the inside and the outside, entering through the crown chakra as well as overflowing. We're just enveloped in these beautiful, sparkling, like little diamonds, little energy bubbles, lighting us up, preparing us as we step into this new season, because it is that season of renewal. It's new beginnings, new excitement. Energy is wide open, asking, come, darling, what will you create today? We are here for you to assist you. Let's make magic together. Oh, yeah, now I can feel it. Notice it going into your heart chakra. This whole anointing of sparkling energy filling up your heart chakra. Oh, it's very powerful. And what that is about, it's about this time we're coming to of having more love for our fellow citizens of the earth. And that includes the earth as well as the creatures upon it. More love, less judgment, more understanding. Allow that beautiful energy that's filling your heart chakra to rest there, to be ready to spring out when you meet a challenging situation where you know you need to send more love to someone, but you just don't want to. Rely on that source in your heart chakra and allow it to come out from your creator, enveloping the person or the situation so that you can stay in peace, harmony, and balance, regardless of circumstances. Know that you have that storehouse of energy like a deep well in your heart chakra that you can draw upon as you need it. There will be challenging days ahead. Of course, we're not finished with this evolution. We're still right in the guts of it. But we have turned a corner. Things are incrementally getting better and they will continue to improve. Yeah, there will be some bobbles, but we're going to keep going in this upward trajectory as all of us are lifting our vibrational frequency to new and higher levels than we ever have before. And you know that's going to reach out and it's going to impact the other people around you. They will feel that energy. It will be like a siren call urging them to also lift themselves up, raise their energy, because they don't want to get left out of this great party that we're going to be having. They're going to want to be right in the midst of it and enjoying the fruits of the labor, the beautiful manifestations, the joy, the peace, the abundance. That's what we're moving towards. And now that sparkly, like glitter or fairy dust, is surrounding us in this big cloud, bringing us all together into this beautiful circle so that we might commune with each of your guides and angels to get those answers that you are seeking today. And with that, the energy of Metatron retreats, and we say thank you, thank you, thank you. So, Donna, how about you ask your question first?
My question first. Oh my. Um, I guess with all the things that are active, my question is, what next?
Okay, so for Donna, I gotta get my little lady here lined up. For Donna, what is next? Oh, I'm seeing blooming roses, Donna, just one after the other popping open, and that heady fragrance. So it's a more sensory experience for you. It's you tuning in more to those senses because you already have a great intuition and a great dialogue going with your guides, but it can go to another level. So as you tune more into all of the senses, let your guides communicate with you on all the bandwidths. Don't limit yourself to just one or two. It can be so much more expansive. So that's what they're showing you. And I'm seeing you walking out the door, throwing the doors wide open and being greeted with all of the beauty of nature, the birds singing, the fragrant flowers, just taking in a deep, deep breath, letting all of that energy, life, fragrance flow into you to lift you up, to refresh you, to inspire you, because there's yet another level of inspiration coming that you haven't gotten to yet. So as you tune more into each of your senses, you'll start to see that bit by bit coming in. It's like in this new season, you've got this beautiful puzzle, and you're going to be bringing in all those pieces and assembling this big new picture of who you are and what you are in the world.
Okay, I'll puzzle over that.
Yes. So that's the challenge for Donna to accept.
I will puzzle over that. Hmm. Um, you said that, and I'm going in all different directions, and I think probably what I'm hearing, if I'm correct, is that um, I'm receiving the verification that it is my intuition that is my highest strength, and I can simply open the doors up to many different paths. That's what
Yes.
I'm that's what I'm hearing.
And the ones that are the most fun and intriguing. And that probably means you'll be closing some doors on things that you had been doing that don't take you to that level. You want that higher level.
Yes, it's folding the hand, releasing that which no longer serves, and it's interesting because I am in that place right now of figuring out what is, which hands to release. So,
Yeah, just engage all those senses. The ones that are least appealing now, start peeling them off. Only keep the ones that are just the most exciting and delicious.
I'm all for that. Thank you, darling.
You're welcome.
And let's step over to, you'll have Marissa, Mike, and then Anne. So Marissa first.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your question today?
I'm new to this type of spirituality, and so I've been learning a lot and reading a lot and videoing a lot. I don't know how to really hear. I don't know what my blockage is. I don't know how to hear names of my spirit guides, um, their guidance for me. I don't know what my blockage is, and don't know what my next step is. So I guess my question is, how do I hear their names and really, truly connect with them? I feel disconnected.
Okay, so Marissa, congratulations on coming to this space, first of all, because it's huge for you to step up and to trust into this new place. And the thing about hearing your guides, most of us struggle with that because most of us taught to pray. We were never taught how to hear. Nobody taught us how to hear the answers. And as a result, we have these strange ideas about quote should sound like. And that's why we don't hear it, because we're looking for something that doesn't exist. So the truth is you're already hearing them. You're just not understanding that it's your guides. When you're speaking and words come out of your mouth and you step back and you say, who said that? That's your guides. That's divine speaking through you. Write it down. Take note of it. It's important. When you're focusing on something and all of a sudden this thought pops on into your head out of nowhere, and it's a thought totally disconnected from anything else you were thinking of, that's your guides. Write it down. It's inspiration. It's leading you. Those are the breadcrumbs. When you are connecting and noticing something out of the ordinary, as I don't know if you were here when I talked about it earlier, watching for those signs from nature, or just numbers, the angel numbers that are appearing for so many people. When it's something that's out of the ordinary, or it keeps coming up like an earworm, you know, that repeating music that you hear over and over and won't go away, it's your guides. They're trying to get through to you, and they're going to keep doing that until you hear it in so many different ways. So just take note, write it down. Periodically go back and review that little journal. You're going to start seeing how the messages are going to expand. You also want to look up the symbolism. If it's numbers, if it's animals, you know, whatever it is that you're noticing.
Okay.
Look up the symbolism, because there's a greater message always to be found there. You know,
Okay.
our guides don't just speak out in sentences and give us the scoop, right? They love to do it in metaphor. They love to make us work for it. And the reason for that, Marissa, is because if they just fed us the answers, we wouldn't be growing. We would be puppets, just doing what we were told. That's not who we are. We are sovereign souls, and we are learning and growing. So they give us the breadcrumbs. We have these little pieces. Then it's up to us to put in the work to figure out what that message is, and then to act upon it.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So with those times when you get that voice and you dismiss it as ego, think about what
Yeah.
it said. What did it say to you? Was it uplifting and positive? Then it was your guides.
Okay.
And if there's any doubt, err on the side that it's your guides. If it's not, you'll find out pretty quickly.
Okay. Yeah, the number 4 has been coming up a lot when I look at the clock, or somebody hands me something. The number 4 is on it a lot.
Yeah. So go look that up. That's your angel number, okay. And there's a message there. That's a beginning for you, and then it will expand from there.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mike is next.
Good morning, Mike.
Good morning. You look great today.
Thank you.
And so does Donna. And I love Donna's image on that head with all the wheels in there. I love it. Anyhow, I'd like a number from 1 to 4 for the topic that is optimal for me to write about next.
Okay. So for Mike, between 1 and 4, what is the most optimal thing to write about next? Is it 1, 2, 3? It's 3, Mike.
Really? How about that? That's interesting.
Is that not what you expected?
That is not what I expected. Could you give me number 2?
You want to check on 2? What
yes, please.
Number 2? Would number 2 be the optimal choice to begin with?
No, I'm sorry. What would be next after?
Oh, the second. Okay. So what would be the second best option? Would it be 1? Get a yes on 1. Let's just check on 2. Yeah, it's number 1 is the second best.
Okay. Dare I ask for a third?
Yes, you can ask anything you like, Mike. Okay, so the third best, would that be 2? That would be 4.
Ah, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Anything else?
No, that's fantastic. It's just amazing. There's so much going on for me like never before. I was counseling a prisoner this morning, someone who just got out of prison, and there's so many different lines running for me right now. It's amazing. So God bless. Thanks. You put me in the right direction. I so appreciate you.
And right back at you. I love it.
You.
You've got all this creativity that's just flowing from you.
It's always a delight to be around you, Mike, and to have you in the space. Thank you. And Anne is next.
Good morning.
Anne?
Yeah, Deborah, I really like your flowers, the tree. And your glasses match. That's really cool. And a nice reminder of spring. Yeah, so mostly I'm getting conflicting answers from my pendulum, which gives me very clear answers, yes, no, maybe. Someone suggested I try doing a good full body kinesiology, and I'm also getting conflicting answers.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know where to go with that because I'm trying to figure different things out that aren't not easy for me.
Yeah.
So I kind of depend on that somewhat.
Do you ever try consulting your skulls about it?
No.
That might be fun to try. But to address your question about the dowsing, whenever you're dowsing something that's personal and it's really important, you're emotionally involved with the answer, you're probably going to get the wrong answer. It's really hard to get to that place of detachment when it's something that's really important to you. So in those cases, get a dowsing buddy.
Okay.
Somebody who you trust, and maybe you get a couple people. That takes the pressure off of you. So now you're not making yourself nuts trying to figure this out.
Okay, so part of what I was asking about, again, and I know we spoke about this, about moving.
Mhm.
Like I was getting conflicting answers, and I know the advice was to, yes, definitely move. And my second thing was where to move to, because I'm very conflicted about that. Staying locally or just going someplace where I haven't been before. So I don't know how to go about figuring that out. Because of course I think of one thing and then I think of a reason not to do it, and it keeps going around in a circle.
Yeah, that's your ego stepping in there and just, trying to muck up the works to keep you safe. So when you think about, let's say there's two options, one was local and one was someplace new. When you think about them and you feel them through your solar plexus, what do they feel like? Can you tell a difference?
Not really.
Okay. So you're blocking the energy. You're not even allowing yourself because you're afraid. That's that fear that's blocking you. So let's just ask the optimal choice for Anne to move. Would it be the location that's local? I get an okay on that. It's not optimal, but it's an okay choice. What about the one that would be new? Yeah, I get a yes on that one. So neither is wrong, Anne, but the one that's new tests higher.
Yeah, I'm looking for the optimal, place for my highest potential.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to keep moving. I've actually moved like 31 times in my life, and I don't want to keep moving. So I'm trying not to, go someplace where it's not where I'm meant to be. There's other things I'm trying to do that I get very stuck with, and this has been happening for a while, and I don't know why. Things like, eating better, exercising more, more things along those lines, getting more involved in hobby type things, but I seem very stuck. So
yeah, that's pretty common for people. It's not just you, Anne. So what you have to do in those instances is find your motivation, because we're such creatures of pattern and habit. We get into those ruts and we will just keep walking them until we are up to our heads. So it's one thing at a time. Don't try to change the world in, one fell swoop, but take one thing at a time and think about how could you motivate yourself to do something to change that one thing.
Okay. And I just wanted to ask a question about bike riding. Yeah. Did you get a positive for that? Because I've run into a few blocks with that, and I'm just wondering why.
Okay. Would bike riding be an optimal choice for Anne? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And then I guess last but not least is there any other advice?
Okay. Is there anything else you want to share with Anne? I'm hearing Tarara Boomdier, and I'm seeing you as the drum major in a band, and there you are marching, high stepping, and waving that staff around, and big smile on your face as you are leading the band down the street and celebrating. So it's like, is this an opportunity for you to step up as a leader? Is there something going on in your life where there's an opportunity to lead?
No.
Okay. Maybe there is when you get out there out of the rut that you're in, because that's you. And the smile on your face is so big, it's almost cracking your face. You're feeling so good as you're out there in the fresh air. And it's the exuberance and just the feeling of empowerment that's been missing.
Right.
It's a beautiful vision of you, Anne. And that's what you can do. So perhaps that's connected to this new adventure as you're going to move to a new space.
Okay. All right. Well, I might work with you a little bit more on that.
Yeah, it's about stop limiting yourself. Don't let that fear stop you.
Okay. Thanks. Thank you very much.
You're
And
welcome.
wishing everybody a happy spring.
Thanks, you too.
Okay, thank you.
Kat is next.
Hi, Kat.
Good morning. Yeah, so I just wanted to check in and ask. I did take my guide's advice and your advice with the business last year. I've been an active business called Soul Brood, mainly online for now. Eventually, I'll be opening my tea house in the next year or so. And I just want to know if my guides have any advice for me on this journey that I'm on, as far as Soul Brood goes. And then I'm also open to any advice or messages they may have for me at this time.
Okay, so Soul Group is the name of your business?
Soul Brood. Yeah.
Okay, so what do you have to share with Kat about Soul Brood? I'm feeling expansion. It's like blowing up a balloon with helium. So there's like this hand pump and blowing the energy around you up. So it's huge expansion. And it's kind of feeling of being a little over full. So can you expand upon, well, that's funny. Okay. Can you enlighten us more about that? Okay, so it's expansion, yes, but with the caveat, in control, because you don't want to expand too far too fast so that it gets away from you.
Okay.
So that's what they want you to know. You're absolutely doing the right thing. Keep going, but always keep that higher perspective in mind about where you're going, what you're doing, and pace yourself. Don't bite off more than you can chew all at once. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to share with Kat? Oh, I'm feeling like this huge sigh of relief and just letting go all of the tension. So it's more about you taking those periodic moments to stop, 2 to 5 minutes of deep breathing. Just keep checking in with yourself. Don't get too far ahead of where you're at so that you lose track of what you're feeling and what you're experiencing. It's being more present in the moment.
All right, I will do that, definitely. That definitely helps. I have been having these weird eye twitches lately, and I feel as though that was just, I'm
Yeah.
working outside the home, taking care of the home, trying to get this business off the ground. I'm putting myself in a lot of different spots at once, and I can tell that I do need to take more time to myself to just breathe, because these eye twitches, they bug me.
Yeah, so it's too far too fast, right? That's what that blowing you up too big was about. So
Yeah.
just the 2 to 5 minutes, 3 or 4 times a day, set an alarm even and do it. It's going to help you a lot because you really need to pace yourself. You don't want to, like the expanded body I saw blow up because you went too far too fast. You want to still be in your most empowered, healthy state when you get this business going. So you don't want to burn out before you get there. So pacing is super important.
Okay. Thank you, Deborah. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
I've got to chuckle because he's the guys are speaking to all of us this morning. Oh, Melinda's next.
Good morning, Melinda.
Hi, good morning. Hi, everyone. Hi, Donna. Hi, Mike, if you're still on. Deborah, always beautiful to see you, and I do love your background. Thank you.
Thank you.
I am launching my first course, Trigger Detox, and I'm super excited. I feel like I have so much to share and help with the world. So I just wanted to know any advice from my guides because it's my first time launching a course. And yeah, any ideas, any suggestions, any missteps to watch out for. I'm open. So however you want to put that together.
So what can you share with Melinda about this new course and new direction in her business? I'm getting jumping up and down, clapping, big yes, 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 because you're on the right track. So they want you to know that. And it's real. Oh, it's following your gut, Melinda. You know intuitively what to do. Don't second guess yourself. Go with what you know, and it will always be perfect. And that doesn't mean you won't make mistakes. Yeah, not to say that, but it will be perfect for you because it's the journey. It's learning as you go. But if you get into that second guessing, you will hold back. You won't come forward fully as the empowered priestess, Melinda, who has so much wisdom to share with her tribe. So it's let go of that ego second guessing thing. Focus more on what does soul want to do. Go soaring with soul.
Okay. Okay. Any social media? I recorded a bunch of videos yesterday, and I showed Ryan last night because I was like, you know, I'm kind of like talking about him. So, yeah. So I guess I'm just gonna roll with it unless something else comes through.
Well, let's ask about the video. So, the series of videos that Melinda recorded, is that highly optimal for the direction? Oh yeah, big yes. Yeah. See there, that's just validation about your intuition. You've got the vision, you know where to go. It's trusting that and moving forward with it.
Awesome. Thank you. That's all I have today. That's what I'm working on, that in my second book, if you can believe it. So
yeah, I just got a
awesome.
picture of you as a locomotive. So slow and steady, right? Choo, choo, choo. You're just moving forward and it's perfect.
Oh, good, good. And that is how I feel. So but I'm really excited and all good things. So I appreciate that. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Next is Rachel.
Hey, Rachel.
Hi, Deborah. Hi, thank you so much. I'm super happy to be here today. Thank you so much. There's just listening to all of your messages, it just makes me so calm and peaceful. I really enjoy that. So thank you for doing all of that for us. I just want to follow up, Deborah, with last time. And I have a few really specific short questions, but just to recap, you did say in January that I was going to find my soulmate and romantic partner in, between 3 and 6 months. So that would be two super tiny question that I'm kind of curious if it's still going to happen. Okay. And the other one is, just do that. And then I'll just jump to the other.
All right. So is Rachel still on track to meet her optimal partner within the next month or so? Yeah. So is it more than a month? They're saying it's in that month time frame.
Wow.
You're still on track. So you've set things in motion. As long as you follow through, you're on track. Okay.
Yeah. I'm super curious because I'm still going to be still not going to be traveling in the next month, but let's see what happens. Because you did say it was going to be in another country, but
well, you could meet this person online. You don't have to meet them live and in person. Don't limit yourself.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna let it come, whatever. But yeah, that's good to know. That's a very positive thing. And usually you always find a way to make me feel more positive. And the other thing is about my business. Last time we discussed like YouTube is definitely a go-to for me. Not so much LinkedIn, Facebook, yes. Then you mentioned Pinterest. I looked into that so deeply, you have no idea. But I concluded like no, I still want to kind of follow my intuition, and I just don't see any other new thing. I don't know. I just don't want to do it. It just didn't feel right, and so. But having said that, at this right moment, I have perfect clients. Like I'm coaching, I'm just in love with my clients. I love it. I love what I do, and it's just perfect. But at this moment, I'm like, I feel like because I like the travel, I like the inspiration. I'm struggling to come up with video topics for my YouTube. I'm struggling to think, I feel like my social media, it's not as engaging as it should be. I'm kind of in a stage where am I gonna find my next clients, because I want to keep doing this. And where can I find new video topics? I'm just like, am I on track? I don't know what question to ask, Deborah, but it just feels like I'm stuck.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, because I struggled with that myself at one point, and then I had this inspired idea. When I'm working with clients, whatever we're talking about, those are issues that other people have. So there are your video topics. You're getting them as you're interacting with people, and that can be also prospects, not just clients. Yeah. There's also this thing called answerthepublic.com. Have you ever looked there? That's a place you can go. But really, it's in talking to people. What are the issues that are coming up for them? Because there's common threads that run through all this stuff, but there's different angles that you can take. So go back and look at the videos you've already made, especially the ones that are the most successful. Yeah. How can you make a video similar, but with a slightly different take? You already know that subject is successful. Do it again, but with a different angle. You'll have loads of content.
Yeah, I know. I just suddenly feel like, usually I have like a ton of ideas, and now I can do that. And so besides that, new clients am I like, is it going to continue coming? Do I need to change something drastically or just continue?
Okay. So is Rachel on the right track with the business? Should she continue as she is? Yeah, I'm seeing you on a surfboard. And so you're surfing along, and it's perfect. You're going in the same direction for a while, but every once in a while, a wave will come and you'll have to shift a little bit. So yeah, essentially keep doing what you're doing, but always be ready to adjust. Don't get rigid into one space and then you dig that hole again, right? The other thing that came up is that about the partner. If you keep focusing on the partner's absence, you're pushing him away. So let it go. It's like you've given that job to your managers, right? They're working on these synchronicities to let you cross paths in some way.
Yeah.
Let them do that. Trust them to do that. Meanwhile, you focus on the things that bring you joy.
Yeah.
That will put you in the energy while you're allowing him to come in.
I'm actually not focused at all on that because it's my business has always come, it's always just comes first. I just want to, just do what I love and travel more and then, yeah. So, but yeah. I don't know. I'm just feeling tired. It's just, I guess it's tired of the winter and
Yeah.
lacking of travel. And I said it lack, but yeah, I'm planning. Yeah.
So maybe you just need a long weekend. Just take a little time off and get some sun, relax, reflect. Now, are you spending any time meditating on a regular basis?
I try, but can't say regularly. I mean, yeah, I do something daily, but not, sometimes it's just a matter of 5 minutes or so. And then right now I'm doing Deepak Chopra for, guided meditation. So I try, yeah.
So when you do that, do you ever have inspired ideas pop in?
When I do it properly, yeah. But I've noticed that I have to do it like during the day and not right before I fall asleep because that's not when I get my inspired. Yeah. So when I say yes, I do meditate every night and every morning I do my affirmations, but it's when I do it in the middle of the day, like or at 6 p.m. or something, that's usually better, I think.
Okay, so whatever your time is, doesn't matter. But when you do the meditation, even if it's 2 to 5 minutes, set the intention that you would like to get some inspired ideas for your business.
Yeah.
And you have to ask, it doesn't just happen without asking.
Yeah. What you said about the long weekend, I mean, it's definitely not sunny, it's cold and rainy, but it's, I do continue day after day after day. And I think I'm just, tired. Yeah.
Yeah. You just need a break. You're not an automaton.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome.
Maybe you just go to a spa.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Deborah.
You're welcome.
And Dave and Liz had asked permission to go a little early, but it looks like that they've hopped off. But I said, go ahead and ask the question. I'll speak it for you so Deborah can answer that. And it's for Liz. Her question is, does her guides or anyone else have any message or direction for her?
Okay, so for Liz, do you have a message for her? Oh, I'm hearing Louis Armstrong singing the song Smile. Smile though your heart is breaking. So if there's something sad going on in your life right now, Liz, just know that the more you stay in that energy and you focus on feeling bad about whatever it is, the worse you're going to feel because it's like you're rolling in the muck. So find some little thing to smile about, to notice and appreciate, just tiny little things. And you'll find as you do that, there will be more things that you can focus on that feel good and lift you up. So it's a matter of you being the boss of your thoughts, where as soon as the dark stuff comes in and you feel bad, you flip the switch, you go to the positive, uplifting thoughts, whatever they are. And maybe it's just a memory that's really precious to you that you can take and hold to your heart and allow that to lift you out of the dark place. Keep doing that over and over. Every time you notice you're starting to fall back into the sadness or, the unhappy thoughts, don't stay there. Immediately flip out. What you'll find over time, if you do this, you'll develop the ability to do it very rapidly. And the times that you fall into that sad or dark place will be few and far between. It's just a discipline. It's learning to do that. But I can tell you I've done it myself because I used to do all the self-torture of running all these unhappy memories through my head. It's like picking a scab. And when you stop and you realize, oh my gosh, that's self-torture. Why would any sane person do that? And it was like such an epiphany. So no, don't spend time dancing with darkness. Get rid of it as quickly as possible. Step into the sunlight. Feel it on your face. Let that smile come. Find those little things to be in appreciation for, and it will expand. So I hope that helps. Let me know.
I believe that helped everyone that's here. The next is Katharina, and thank her very much for allowing Liz to step in line.
Hi, Deborah. Hi, Donna.
Hi.
Happy first day of spring, and it's great to be here. It's beautiful energy in here today, as always. My question is a little travel-related question. I may have an opportunity to travel to India later this year, and I'm wondering if that would be a good choice. What do my guides think?
Okay, so for Katerina, would it be an optimal choice to travel to India? Yeah, feels really good, feels very warm. I feel a warmth in my solar plexus for you.
That's great to hear. Thanks. And then I guess, okay, I guess to follow up on that, it probably wouldn't be for at least 3 months. So probably mid to late this year. Is that a good timeline?
Okay. So the timing for the trip, mid to late this year, would that be an optimal timeline? That's just kind of an okay. Is there another option?
It could be sooner.
Okay. So would it be optimal to go sooner? Yeah, sooner's better.
Within the 3 months?
So 3 months or less, would that be a good time frame? Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, there's something drawing you, so you want to honor that and go with it.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. And then I guess if there's time, I would just love to hear if they have any general feedback for me or general thoughts on anything.
So do you have any other guidance to share with Katharina today? I'm hearing the faint sounds of a lullaby, and I'm seeing a cradle rocking and this gentle breeze coming through the room. So what is that about? Are you saying a baby is in her future? Is that what you're trying to say? Yeah? Okay, I don't know if you wanted to know that, but that's what they want to share with you.
Okay. Why are they choosing to share that today?
Okay, so why are you sharing that now? So they're saying they just wanted to introduce that concept to you to let you know that that's a potential future for you if you choose it. And it was really quite beautiful. The energy was just so lovely.
That's lovely. Okay, I'll sit with that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Next is Nicole.
Hey, Nicole.
Hi, thank you. I love the energy in this group. Thank you, everybody. I would just like to know what my guides, what my angels would like to share with me, just about anything in particular about my business, but really with anything. I think it's time for me to just be quiet and listen.
Okay. So what do you have to share with Nicole today? Oh yeah, puppy kisses. I'm feeling that.
Well, yeah, I got a puppy.
I saw the picture. Yeah. But I can feel the puppy kisses. Yeah, so sweet. It's like you're in this space right now where life is just sweet. Things are going well. You're moving forward. Plans are coming into fruition. And it's like you're on this sailboat and this breeze is blowing by and your hair is fluttering and life is just good. And they're saying just savor the heck out of it because that will put you into the space of drawing more, even better. You're in the flow. Just keep flowing.
That's awesome. Thank you. Can I ask a couple of quick questions? Sure. A friend asked me to teach some prenatal yoga. Is that optimal?
Okay. Prenatal yoga, would that be an optimal choice? Yes.
Yeah. I thought so.
Feels good.
And one more quick question. So I wrote a couple of mini courses and I'm wondering if I should just put those out by themselves or if I should hold on to the material and use them as part of something else later, like a sales funnel later. Okay. Is that optimal?
So the 2 mini courses, would it be optimal to release them soon? Yeah. It's like you've created these gems. Why would you hold on to them? Get them out there. People are waiting to experience them. No holding back, no playing small.
I thought that also. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Next is Darielle from California.
Hi, Darielle.
Good morning, all. Thank you. Good morning, Deborah. Yes, I would like to know, I consider a setback. I thought I had been doing really well till a bunch of my allergy tests and an event happened. And now they're telling me I have leaky gut and all these extra food and chemical and sensitivity. So I'm wondering, how soon am I going to be doing that? Because I've been at this like 11 years. I overcame wheat and whatnot. So I'm very shocked that I suddenly came back with like allergies to 250 things. Has my little head kind of like going. So anything the guides have to offer on that would be much appreciated.
Okay. So what can you share with Darielle about this new diagnosis and the leaky gut? Oh, I'm getting a visual of pablum. So it's like to heal the leaky gut, you might have to do something drastic, like a really reduced pablum style diet, because it's going to take time to heal that. And that really is the foundation. When you get that healed, then that will probably heal a lot of other things. It's like a domino effect. And the thing about it is, it's very common. A lot of people have it and just don't even know it. So kudos to you for finding out and taking some action.
I'm already on an extremely restricted diet. I mean, it was down to 17 foods at one point for the last 4 years. And so I'm very shocked. I went to the dentist and they did some work and I had a horrific reaction there. And so I'm wondering if mercury got into my system, because they're saying that suddenly, you know, it's like heavy metals, which, you know, kind of loves all that stuff. But I was just feeling safe that I hadn't had an event for a very long time. So it was quite a shock to suddenly be thrown into chaos and suddenly feeling not so safe anymore.
Yeah. So can you tell Darielle, is there mercury in her system that needs to go? Yeah, your intuition is correct on that. Okay. So you were making progress, and it was an event that was outside of your control, and you'll deal with this. You've dealt with other things. It's just a matter of one step at a time, knowing you're working towards health.
Patience.
There is this documentary called Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. Have you ever heard of that?
Mm-mm.
Go find that. It's probably on Netflix or Prime. It's an excellent movie because this guy had cancer. He was dying, and he took off on this trip. I think he was from Australia, and he took a trip around the US for some bizarre reason. And he went on a total like juice diet. And over a period of months, he totally healed himself. And it was a really cool adventure, and also a very instructive lesson about how putting the good organic foods in really can transform your body in a more expedient fashion than pharmaceuticals and, you know, all that other stuff.
Yeah, I do all that. I don't eat sugars. I don't have carbs. I brown rice. Everything is organic. And I've been doing that for like 11 years. So I'm very shocked at suddenly this just like out of the blue. It was like being blindsided.
Yeah.
So, okay, well, patience is not my strength. And the thought of being restricted even further is not something that I will embrace easily.
Well, it's temporary for the greater good. Now, have you looked into homeopathy at all to detox from the mercury?
No, because I have so many allergies to herbs and spices and flowers and.
Yeah, but these are homeopathics. They're energetic essences. So I don't know anybody who's allergic to them.
Oh, it's just, if it's just energy, I probably wouldn't have a problem with that. No, but I will definitely explore that. But anything that goes into the body, yeah. I mean, I've already been hospitalized in the last 4 years, like 6 times. I don't want 7. I don't need to hit the 7th chakra. No.
Yeah.
Okay, I will explore that.
Yeah, check with whoever your specialist is to find out if, you could try something. If you got a naturopath, you can check with maybe and see if you can do homeopathy, because they do have some great remedies to help you naturally detox.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Next is Christy.
Natural detox.
Hello.
Hi, Christy.
How you doing?
I'm terrific. How are you?
I'm good. I wonder if there's any message or advice from my team.
Okay. So, do you have a message for Christy today? Yes. So, okay, what is it? I'm just getting a big yes so far. They're being cutesy with you, Christy. I'm hearing the pitter patter of little feet. Are these people feet? These are animal feet? Do you have pets?
I have a dog. That was one of my questions. I'm wondering if her neurological problems are due to her Seresto collar.
Okay. So for her dog, is she having a reaction to her Seresto collar? Yes.
Oh, yeah. Is there any way to counteract it?
Take it off.
So, yeah, take it off for one, but.
Well, she hasn't had it on for 5 months.
Okay. So is there something you can advise her to help her dog recover from the damage from the collar? Do you have her on a raw diet? Is raw food an option?
She's just on regular dog food, Beneful dog food.
Oh, that's bad stuff, Christy. When you start
looking
at
what should I be getting her?
Ingredients on dog foods, most of the commercial dog food is just toxic crap. You wouldn't want to feed it to your children. If you were willing to do a raw food diet, that would help her heal faster. Sans that, look for the cleanest, purest Grain-free is probably better because a lot of dogs have issues with the grain and the dog foods. You know, they're carnivores. They weren't made to eat all these grains.
Okay.
So what you could do, you could find a real healthy dog food and then maybe partially raw food. Maybe you could do a balance that way. But getting better food would really help. And then time, of course.
Okay. Is that why you hear the patter of little feet?
Apparently, because that brought the question, right?
Okay. Am I a star seed?
Are you a star seed? I'm pretty sure
Yes.
you talked about that when we did your reading. Yeah, let me take a quick look. Yeah, if you pull the reading back out, Christy, you should find that information, but I'll just look it up real fast for you.
Okay. I've been seeing a lot of multiple numbers. 444, 442, multiple twos, multiple threes. Is there any significance in that?
Yeah, look up the symbology of each of those numbers. The site that I like is Joanne's Sacred Angel Scribe, and you can look up all the combinations of numbers there to get the information. So they're
well,
really they're like telegraphing you. If you're getting all those numbers like that, it's like your angels are sending telegraphs to get your attention.
Okay.
So you want to read up on what they mean and then look at how that fits into your life situation. Often it's prophetic. It's showing you what's coming, which is really cool.
Great.
And yes, you are from the planet Vega. And the planet Vega, those are the people who are just bright lights of the universe. They love to perform. They love being in the spotlight. They're very joyful, uplifting people. So more of that energy is called for in your life because it's kind of lacking right now. So you need more of that side of yourself to come forth. It's being suppressed.
Will I have a garden this year?
Well, that's kind of up to you, isn't it? Right? Would it be
no, because I'm getting possible work done where the garden is going to be or should be. So I don't know if that work will be done in time.
Okay, that's a better question. So will the work on the land be done in time for Christy to plant her garden? I'm getting kind of a soft yes, like it's leaning more towards yes, but there's still a possibility it might not be.
Okay. Would it be in my best interest to sign up to give mass vaccinations?
Would it be in Christy's best interest to give vaccinations? No.
No.
Not a healthy choice for you right now. You know why? Because that ties in with your Vega energy. That's taking you away from that light uplifting. You want to find something, you know, if you want to volunteer, find something that's more uplifting and fun that can allow you to express that childlike self.
Okay, and one last question. What can I do to increase my endurance?
Okay, so what can you tell Christy about increasing her endurance? One step at a time, baby. Just get out there and move. It's like you're not going to get it all at once. It's going to come over a period of time. So patience, persistence, and diligence is what they're saying.
Thank you so much.
You can
Happy
do
spring.
it. You too.
Enjoy the warm.
Thank you. You too.
Next, and I'm going to work on the name. I believe it's Doma. How am I doing with that? Did I get it right that time?
Doma.
Almost.
Okay, say it for me so I can learn it.
It's endowments.
Endowments. Thank you.
Yeah.
Like endowments.
Endowments. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's well. Don't you worry. Hello everybody in this spring equinox. And good evening here from England. I have a couple of questions.
Okay.
And I'm kind of like a bit nervous because one of them is a little bit provocative. So I thought maybe I will start with a ice-breaking question. How my guides see my past so far?
Okay. So what can you tell Dalmans about his past?
No, past, like how I'm doing in general.
Oh, that's better. Okay.
Yeah,
so what can you tell him about his path? Is he on the right track? Yep, keep going. It's looking good. And they're also saying, you know, let go of that need to get validation or permission about what you've done, because the past is over. You can't change it. Take what you learned and keep moving forward. That's the most important thing.
That's fantastic. Wow. Wow. I broke mirror a couple of days ago, and I had an intuition saying like, don't look at your past anymore. It doesn't matter anymore. And wow, nice synchronicity, I would say.
Yeah.
Then the second question is a little bit kind of like sensitive or provocative, but it's I would like to know how fixed or flexible is my sexuality, because at the moment I'm in a same-sex relationship, but I'm also being attracted to girls I would call, yeah.
Mhm.
And recently I had dreams and kind of like impulses from life saying like, maybe it's not that fixed as I used to think back in past. So is there any, I would say, guidance from my guides or answer, something a little bit more clarifying?
Sure. Let's ask about that. So what about endowments and sexuality? Yeah, they really don't have an opinion about that. I did ask just to check to see whether your soul gender was male, because sometimes when things like this happen, it means you've got the opposite soul gender, but you don't. So it's like they don't care. There's no judgment from the other side about sexuality. That's about pleasure and procreation. So you're free to choose whatever you want. You can have, one gender or combination. That's not
a great
something they care about at all.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for that.
Yeah, you're
and
welcome.
the next question is regards to one of your previous videos, and it's about tinnitus. That I have it on it's not disturbing really, but at some point especially when I watched your YouTube video, that I had a question like, is it my guides looking for connection with me? Like, do I have like, I mean, spiritual tinnitus or medical tinnitus,
Okay.
kind of like?
Great question. So for endowments, the tinnitus that he's experiencing, is that you trying to connect with him? Is it related to a physical issue? No, it's definitely your guides. They're saying no on physical.
Yeah, yeah. And I've been meditating for quite a while, but just recently I started to get deeper meditations. And I thought, is that enough to get on that connection path, or shall I try to find some new ways how to do that? Like, I don't know. I don't know anything apart from meditation, if honestly, what allows to connect with guides and that side, yeah.
So would it be an optimal choice for endowments to spend more time in meditation? Yeah. And they're laughing because they're saying, of course, the answer to that question is always yes for everybody, because that's when you open the door to connect with your team. But again, they're not judging you if you don't spend copious amounts of time.
I spend about 35 minutes each evening, and in the mornings it depends, but I try to do at least 25 minutes because I'm a bit anxious. I have some anxiety, and it's really hard to calm my mind down. So I need some, let's say, from 35 minutes, my quality meditation is maybe last 5 or 10 minutes just. So I need long time until I like go down and like get calm. So. But yeah, and the last question was about chocolate. I'm still puzzled, and my only thought was that could it be because I'm addicted from chocolate? Like that chocolate, I think 3 months ago it just appeared. Is it because I might be just addicted of it, or there is another reason for that?
Okay, let's ask that. So for endowments, the whole thing about chocolate and painting, did that come up because he's addicted to chocolate? No, that's not what it's about. There's something else there. It's a puzzle piece, and they're just chuckling and they're saying, just keep going, you'll find it. The pieces haven't come into place yet, but they will. At some point, you're going to connect with it, and then it's going to be like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, because when not the last time, but one time before, I think when you told about how chocolate might be sensory experience connected with painting, it totally clicked immediately for me, and I understood that energy behind my painting. But the last time you asked about chocolate, I was like, okay, I guess this is still on the table. And yeah, but thank you for answer. Yeah, it's very valuable. And
yeah, they're just dropping breadcrumbs to get you thinking about it, because it's coming. All the pieces aren't there yet, but they will be. So it's patience.
Because yesterday I couldn't fall asleep, and then popped on my mind like, oh, maybe I should invent some kind of like truly organic liquid chocolate soap. And I was like, maybe like, you know, not the synthetic, what's them called, fragrances, but actually using cocoa beans and somehow trying to integrate them into the, because they're actually also really healthy for the skin. But then I was like, but isn't it a little bit superficial question, kind of like?
No, not at all. How do you think these inventions come about? You just got an inspired idea. I would take that and run with it and see where it goes.
Okay, okay. Thank you for advice. Yeah, it's
that's how your guides communicate, Domans. They'll just send those inspired ideas. They come out of nowhere, and you can choose to take advantage and run with it. If you don't, one of the other 50 or so people that got the same inspired idea will.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, because I was thinking about completely one topic, the whole kind of like hour or two, and then it just popped this like, how about this soap, which is like super organic, and maybe you try to get cocoa beans, not those chemical ingredients, and so it smells like a real chocolate. I was like, that's quite an idea, kind of like, and it's and it popped like.
It's an inspired idea, and it's also
thank you for.
friendly.
Yeah, thank you for kind of like reminding me that those out of nowhere ideas actually are them messages from our guides. Yeah.
That's a great example. That's how it happens. You're welcome.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you.
Thank you, Dalmats. How did I do with that?
Oh, that was amazing.
Oh, thank you. The next is Bridget.
Hi, Bridget. You're still muted. Are you there, Bridget? There you go. What's your question today? Bridget, we don't hear you.
She's probably not yet connected on Zoom, or else if she's on a phone, she's her phone is muted.
Yeah, it says it's not, but okay, I guess we'll come back to Bridget then.
Okay, let's go to Susan.
Okay, I wrote down 6 things, and I would like to know which one I should pursue next.
Okay. So you want me just to go from 1 to 6?
Just pick, I guess pick 1 through 6. I kind of got inspired from the other person.
Okay, from Mike, yeah. All right. So for Susan, the optimal choice, 1 through 6. Is it 1, 2, is it 3?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Hello? This is Bridget. Hello?
Oh, Bridget, hang on just a sec. We'll get back to you. So 3, what about 4, 5, and 6. 3 was the only yes.
Okay.
Does that help?
Yeah, actually.
Anything else?
Somewhat. Any general feedback? Anything?
So anything you want to share with Susan today? I see a big orange, bright, sunshiny type light. It looks a little Japanese, like what you would see on a Japanese screen. A tangerine orange color, and it's getting bigger and bigger. It's just expanding. So this is like light energy expanding in your life. Does that make sense?
Maybe you could elaborate. I'm not sure. I understand.
Okay. What else can you tell us about this? It's an encouragement not to limit yourself, to allow opportunities that are there to expand organically without forcing it, allowing it to expand, seeing where it's going to go, and then flowing with it. Taking off the limitations. I'm seeing like clipped wings. You want to take that away. It's freedom and expansion for you. That's the direction that you're heading in. And now I'm seeing you walking down the road towards that setting sun with this big satisfied smile on your face. So you stepped into that energy, and it's working out really well. You're very pleased with the results. So there's something you're moving towards, and they're encouraging you to get going already.
Okay, we'll have to figure out what that is.
Yeah, feel your way through the choices. See what really resonates with you. Because there's something there, there's some decision, something you've been holding back that you need to take action on.
Okay, I will do that. Thank you.
Let us know.
Sure.
Okay, Bridget, go ahead.
Hello.
Hi, what's your question today?
Hello everyone, and hi Donna. I just want to get an update on where I'm at, and if there's any guidance that my guides can give me in regard to moving forward with my life.
So what do you have to share with Bridget today? I'm seeing that beautiful yellow sun and bright green grass. And there you are lying in the grass, barefoot, hands behind your head, looking up at the sun and the clouds, and you're just absorbing the light from the sun. It's feeding your soul. So it's like you need to recharge your battery. That's what it's feeling like, Bridget. So they're encouraging you to take that time for self-care. Yeah, you've got things you need to do and you're feeling the pressure of moving forward. But if you don't take the time for that self-care, that's a little self-sabotage. You're not going to be as effective or productive as you would be otherwise. Does that make sense?
Yes, actually it does. Thank you.
Yeah. Anything else?
Is there anything I need to specifically focus on in any area of my life at the moment?
Okay. Is there an area of focus you can highlight for Bridget? Do you dance? Because I'm seeing you tap dancing.
No, it's a good while since I was doing any sort of dancing.
So what is that about? It's bringing more joy into what you do. It's that energy, that lightness, and the energy that you have to bring to that dancing. Because of course I'm seeing you doing the Irish step dancing. Are you saying literally she should do that dancing? No, it's the energy of it, Bridget. So where in your life can you lighten up and bring that energy to what you're doing? That's what they want you to look at.
Perfect. Yeah, that makes sense. I think it's more about bringing in the energy of joy and fun.
Yeah, it's putting more effort into it. Because it's
okay.
feeling a little lackluster, like you need to amp it up, which is why, of course, you need to take the time to recharge your battery so that you'll have the energy to put into that effort.
Okay, that's great. Thank you. That's great clarity. Thanks.
You're welcome.
And I'm delighted to see that Marissa was here for the first time, and she asked if she could ask another question. I'm delighted to see that she speaks up again. Please come on back.
Yeah, thank you. I didn't know this was a one and done. Listening to everyone has helped me formulate a better question. So I like the question, what message or advice from my team does my team have for me? And I'm a teacher, and I also am getting eye twitches. And I call it tapping out. They're giving us an opportunity to sort of tap out and leave the school year early. Should I do that, or should I stick it out? And if they do say I should, anyway, go ahead with that.
So would it be an optimal choice for Marissa to stay and finish out the school year? No.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So what day should I leave? Like what, I have to give them a date.
Okay. So what time frame should she plan to leave? Would it be in the next month? Next 2 weeks? I'm getting sooner is better. And a yes on the next 2 weeks. I mean, if you had to wait a month, you could do that, but sooner is better.
That's pretty accurate. So, oh, thank you. That brings me a lot of relief. I feel guilt for leaving the kids, but
you have to take care of you or you won't be any good to the kids.
Yeah. So thank you. So is there any other messages or advice?
So anything else you want to share with Marissa? They're blowing you a kiss.
Yeah, thank you. Accepted.
Yeah, it's just sending you love and support. They've got your back. Never doubt that.
That's making me cry. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We have Alice, welcome to come late. And then Nicole has a second question, and those will be our last two.
Hi, Alice.
Hello there. Thank you so much, Donna and everybody. So my question is, is there any messages or information to coax and guide me in my work and play and relations for my guides and team at this time.
Okay. So what can you tell Alice today? What guidance do you have? Oh, I'm seeing you in the bare feet in the grass and you're picking flowers. So it's about engaging your senses and your joy, slowing down, noticing the little things, really savoring the experience. So it's for you, it's like opening up all of your senses, Alice. More in touch with your physical body, grounding on the earth. That's what the bare feet are about. And just appreciating the beauty. Being in that state of joy, peace, and appreciation will shift your energy, which will have positive ramifications for those around you as well as for you. So the more time you can spend in that energy, the better. That's your self-care. They're saying that's your prescription.
Joy, peace, and appreciation.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
And then that was Alice, correct?
That was Alice.
Then Nicole is our final.
Okay.
Thank you. I would just like to know from my guides how I can better support my family.
Okay.
Is there something, it's generic.
All right. So can you tell Nicole, is there anything she can do to better support her family? They're saying stop worrying and fretting about it. Just be, just experience, because you are role modeling for them the way to live a more peaceful, expansive, beautiful life, not stressing and worrying and judging, criticizing yourself, being and sharing love with the world, just being in the flow. The more you can do that, they're going to see it. It's going to be encoded into them because, they're at that impressionable age and they're role modeling from you and their father. So the more you can do that, the better for them.
That's beautiful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think the message is for all of us or for all of us, but this time it's like everybody's, it's like talking directly to me. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I think it's that Equinox energy.
Yeah,
it's especially powerful.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
And I just want to piggyback on that, Nicole, because virtually everything you said, Deborah, it's like they've been reading my journals and just thought they would just speak through everybody else. And thank you. And I have no one else on the list, and we have 4 or 5 minutes. Is there anyone else that has a question they would like to ask? If they do, just go ahead and I'm looking at the screen. Just go ahead and raise your hand physically, and I'll tell Deborah that if you have another question. Darielle has another question, please. And then Debbie from Minnesota.
Okay. You're muted, Darielle.
Okay. Will my membership site that I hope to have done in the next month do well?
Okay. Darielle's membership site. Launching in the next month. What's the prognosis? Is that highly likely to be a big success? Yeah. Very strong yes on that.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And you, Donna, and everyone, thank you. And I agree, all the messages for all of us. It's like, oh yeah, okay, yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And it's Debbie from Minnesota is the last.
Hey, Debbie.
Hello. Sorry I'm late. We were out working on cutting the trees and playing in the warmer weather here in Minnesota. I just thought I would ask for any messages.
Okay. What message do you have for Debbie today? I'm seeing little leprechauns popping up all around your property. They're peeking out from around the trees. They're sneaking around behind you. They're just bringing that playful energy, mischievous, playful energy to your land. It's like, it feels like they're blessing your land, Debbie.
Oh, so fun. Oh, we're cutting down some branches so we can see it. And one of the branches hit me on the head. It must have been one of them.
Mischievous energy, yeah.
Oh, that is really funny. Oh, and I lost my glasses this morning too because they got caught on a branch and we had to go find them.
Oh my gosh. You did find them, right?
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep. Oh, I forgot to do the video. See, they're on my head. Got a little scratch on my face, bop on my head. Yeah, now we know. Thank you for that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And I just got a private message from Susan. She said she tried to raise her hand. Show yourself, Susan, and raise your hand. She said it has one more question, please.
going back to before, I just have a follow-up question from. There's something. There's just something I started working on in the past week. Was that the direction that was sending that orange glow? Is that
okay? So
makes sense in particular.
The project Susan started in the past week, is that connected to the orange glow? No, it's something else. Is it a highly optimal project? Yes. So a big yes on continuing that project, but there's something else yet. There's more.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So I have some announcements. I totally forgot I was going to share them earlier. Next Friday, March 26th, I'm going to be a guest on a YouTube show called The Remote View. So it's a takeoff of the TV show The View, except this one is a bunch of metaphysical people. And there's a couple of tarot readers, and then I'm going to be there. So we'll be on for probably about 90 minutes. So I'll send you a link for that in the email. But, you know, if you could show that channel some love and let them know that I sent you, that would be really helpful. And then the fundraiser I told you about, that's going to be coming up on April the 3rd. So I wrote you in the email, I don't know if you all saw it, but there's this women's shelter. So it's for battered women, and it's a local shelter that I've been acquainted with. So I'm going to do a marathon channeled session on April 3rd. The premise is, how long can I go to benefit charity? I'm hoping it can be 6 hours, but I don't know. If enough people show up and keep it going, maybe it can even go longer. I don't know. Can we raise a lot of money to help them? I sure hope so. So invite your friends, come, anybody that might be interested. I'm going to be, like I said, channeling for as long as I can go, hoping to, you know, raise some funds to help this really amazing charity. And as I wrote you, it's personal to me because I was a battered wife and escaped that. And then I've since learned that I was abused in previous lifetimes, and the guy I married in this lifetime is the guy who killed me in the last lifetime. So we're working out all that karma. So this whole issue is something that's very personal, and I would like to help them as much as we can. So those are some things that are coming up the next few weeks. Life is getting going, things are rolling faster, and it's getting very exciting, you guys. So thank you all for being here. I really appreciate you. And if you would bear with me, let's just take a couple of minutes and just bring the energy down and close for today. So a couple of deep breaths. We just want to thank our angels and guides for being with us today, for bringing this amazing energy and all of these fabulous insights, inspired ideas, answers to questions to help us all, to uplift us all, to send us forth into this new fertile season of spring. And for those who are down under, I don't mean to leave you out. It's just, that's our focus. So wishing you happy travels and abundance on your journey into the autumn time of year. But for wherever we are in the world and whatever we're experiencing, all of us, my wish for all of you and your guides are joining me in sending you these huge bursts from the heart chakra, these huge bursts of energy and light to lift you up, to remind you of how very loved and cared for you are. In those moments when you feel alone and lost, just know it's not true. Your team is always there with you. And in those moments, they're embracing you, trying to get you to notice their presence and to feel their love, to allow yourself to be uplifted. And they will always do that for you. It's unceasing, never ending. So lean on them, ask them questions, ask them to help you. Don't hesitate to ask for anything that you need, because their job, their very existence is to lift you up, to assist you on your life journey, to make it as productive, as joyful and beneficial as possible. Because, you know, we've all got all this karma to work out. So they're always helping us with those things and nudging us in the right direction. So when you get those inspired ideas, don't ignore them, write them down, take action on them, and they will bring you more, sooner, and even better. You have no idea the amazing insights, love, and light experiences that await you. As one of the prophecies I received a while back said, we are moving into Earthtopia. Isn't that a beautiful way of expressing it? So I have to make a video and share that message with you. But that's where we're going. It is going to get better. It's going to be bumpy for a while, but we are moving towards bigger and better, more wonderful. So thank you so much for being here today. I really appreciate your love, your light, and your energy. I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.